Is he really sorry? An abuser can feel genuine remorse, but it doesn't help.
So it's very true, because when it comes down to it, the narcissist will feel a guilt, but it's like a brief second. It's like a brief moment that is going to happen, and they're going to feel it, and then they're going to move past it as quick as possible, because that guilt activates shame. And shame is not anything the narcissist wants to feel or even acknowledge. So they have to be able to push it down, compartmentalize it, shove it to the side, move past future fake love bomb, do anything they can to get past that moment, to get past that feeling of what's happening. So do they feel guilt? Yes. But it's like microscopic. It's like super fast. And the more you practice putting it in the box, the more you practice getting rid of it, the more you practice saying like, hey, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to take this guilt, I'm going to shove it in a box and put it aside, and I'm going to tell you something else. I'm going to future fake. I'm going to push us past this moment so I don't have to be accountable for it. The more you do that, the better you get at it. The faster you get at it, and the smaller that guilt seems to hit every single time.
So check out both Lisa and Ben. Ben is a self-aware narcissist. Lisa is a survivor who specializes in helping people break the trauma bond. I'm a self-aware narcissist as well, and I've been in psychotherapy for about 5 years. And my therapist asked me to describe guilt and remorse and things like that. And I said, look, I feel guilt in the moment. I do. I feel guilty for the stuff I do. I might feel remorseful for like for a few minutes, maybe. Like Ben said, like you feel it for a few minutes, and then my mind automatically shifts to blaming the other person for whatever I have done to them, whatever I have done to hurt them. My mind automatically shifts the blame to them. And my therapist is like, look, that's not real guilt. That's the spectrum of guilt and remorse. You don't experience real guilt and remorse. Most narcissistic people, toxic people and whatnot, don't feel remorse and guilt like non-narcissistic people do. Because that's one of the main questions that I get on my page is like, do they feel guilt or remorse? Like, are they sorry for what they ever did to me? And like, I feel like they might be sorry for what they did in the moment, but then a few minutes later, maybe a few seconds later, their mind automatically shifts to protect them from that shame that Ben was talking about. The mind shifts to protect them from that shame to blaming the other person. I wouldn't have done this if they wouldn't have done this. So it's really their fault that my actions hurt them. I really don't control how they feel or how they perceive things. So they perceive my actions to their actions as an insult, or it hurts them. But that's not my fault. Narcissists and toxic people will do anything, y'all, to avoid that shame. Like most people don't like shame, but narcissists hate it. Like we hate shame. We can't sit in it. Most narcissistic and toxic people cannot sit in the shame and deal with the shame and accountability that comes from their actions. So it's easier for our minds to protect ourselves from that, to blame the other person for that. So in conclusion, narcissists don't feel shame and remorse and guilt like non-narcissistic people do. And also follow Ben at Raw Motivations and Lisa at Stronger Than Before on all platforms. Thank y'all.